too happy. But that's okay. I don't think this bed is the most comfortable in the world.
I was dreaming about Gunther.
No wonder you were so interning.
Yeah, I was dreaming about the time that I was in your studio with him and he was bragging about that watch.
Well, I'm glad you got a good look at it. That means you'll recognize it next time you see it.
What is it anyway?
Well, we'll have to wait till we find the watch. That is, if Sky remembered to wind it.
How can you make jokes at a time like this? Gavin, seriously, aren't you scared?
That's why I make jokes. Anyway, to answer your question, it's before 10, which means that the household will be going to sleep very soon.
If they don't? I mean, what if the servants decide to stay up all night and party?
Never. Even though Raven and Sky are out of town, Jody and Saxon is still here. They'll go to bed early. And a good thing is, they both sleep downstairs.
Mrs. Saxon sleeps upstairs. Maybe she's a light sleeper.
Don't worry, I won't make a sound. I will tiptoe into Raven and Sky's bed. It's well carpeted.
I don't know, you make it sound so easy.
It is. I will go straight to the dressing table, and in 5 seconds, I'll have the watch in my hands, and finally, we know the truth.
We know that Jody hasn't left Monticello. That's one good thing about her little invasion of the Whitney house.
But what on earth was she doing there in the first place?
We really don't know. I assume she was not making a little burglary attempt of her own.
Are you kidding? My little Jody a burglar?
Don't worry, Mr. Goodman. If there is an official police theory, it's that Jody merely went to the Whitney house to borrow some money.
But even that I can't see, Mike. Now, why on earth would she go to Sky Whitney for help of all people?
Or to Raven, for that matter.
No, I really can't go along with that either, because Sky Whitney made it quite clear how deeply disturbed he was that Gunther Wagner died.
I know it. He made him sound like he was the old family retainer.
He also made it quite clear that he blamed me for Gunther's death.
Oh, come on, Miles. You know that not one person in authority buys that theory, that you deliberately let Gunther die.
I'd really like to meet Mr. Whitney sometime. I'd give him a piece of my mind. Can you imagine saying such a thing about Dr. Cavanaugh? Well, now, maybe we ought to, not discuss this for a little while.
Yes, but unfortunately, there still are a lot of people who believe that accusation. My new secretary, for example.
Oh, yes, that's right. You do have a new secretary, don't you? And a new job.
Right.
And we haven't congratulated you. A toast to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I just hope Geraldine hasn't made a terrible mistake.
Oh, she hasn't. Now, I'll tell you something. She has lost a very good newscaster by hiring a news director.
Oh, I'll get that.
You know something, Nancy? I was talking with Geraldine about my new job, and she was wondering how you might feel about doing a bit of crossover journalism.
Oh, excuse me, Dr. Cavanaugh. It's for you, the hospital.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Dr. Cavanaugh.
This is Nurse Barnett, Doctor. I was assigned to your patient, Miss Avery.
Yes, what's the matter?
Well, she's not the most cooperative patient in the world, or maybe you knew that.
Well, I knew she wasn't too happy about being in the hospital. There's nothing unusual about that.
Well, she's been giving everybody a hard time all day, only now she's picked my shift, and she's really making trouble.
Well, could you be a little bit more explicit?
She wants out, Doctor. She's demanding clothes so she can walk right out the door. She says if I don't give her clothes, she'll go out in her nightgown.
Frankly, I think she's going to do it.
All right, why don't you let me talk to her?
Well, she won't talk to anybody. Doctor, nurse, you name it.
Well, sure, there must be some. All right. I suppose the only way to handle it is to be there in person. Try to calm the troubled waters, huh?
I think it's the only way myself.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Uh-oh. Your Hippocratic oath is showing, Miles.
Emergency?
Well, of a very special nature, yes.
Well, we'll stay with Nicole for a while.
Oh, thanks.
Honey, are you sure you have to go over there? It's been so long since we've been able to get together with Mike and Nancy.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I really am.
What, don't you want your bag?
No, it's more of an emotional emergency than a medical one. I know that new patient of mine, the young woman I was telling you about.
Oh, yes, the actress. Do you know what's wrong with her yet?
Well, no final diagnosis, just a strong indication of something. Something not very nice. So I want to do all I can.
Oh, yes, I understand. Bye.
Bye.
You call me. I love you.
You know, for me, the only night that's worse than this one is that you find the watch and it turns out to be the wrong one.
It won't be. You know, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense.
Does it make sense? I mean, Sky gives Gunther a watch. Why is it so important for him to take it back?
Maybe Sky didn't give it to him. Maybe Gunther swiped it. That would certainly explain why he was sore enough to let the man bleed to death.
Well, the only way we're going to find out is to get the watch.
Now, you sure about where it is? It is on the nightstand in plain sight.
The only reason we didn't see it before was because it's behind Sky's picture. You can't miss it.
Do you hear that?
What is it?
I hear voices. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. It is Sky and Raven. They're home.
Telling myself not to get discouraged, Kelly, but it isn't easy.
But it's the only account that you've lost.
But it was the biggest account Carlo had. And the only one that produced a regular income.
Well, you'll just have to find yourself another one. Okay? Maybe another fashion magazine or something.
It's not that simple, Kelly. In order to get work, you have to have a representative. Someone who goes out and shows your work to other people.
The best person to represent yourself when you're beginning is you.
And while I'm not doing that, who's going to be at home taking pictures? Okay, I'm sorry. I am being very negative.
That's natural. You're a photographer.
I don't know if I can ever forgive you for that one.
Try, huh? No, look, I know it's going to be rough for a while. And in fact, you might even be in the minus column. And you might run out of money.
I don't have the money to run out of.
Yeah, but get yourself a loan. Look, you can go down to my friend at Monticello First Nat.
But have you looked at interest rates lately? I know. Sorry. I'm being negative now. Let's drop the whole subject of Valerie's career.
It's fine with me because I know everything is going to work out just fine. So does Nancy.
I know she does. She's going to give me a plug in her paper. She's really been so sweet to me.
She likes you very much. Very much. So does her nephew.
I don't know what I would have done without people like Mike and Nancy and you.
Thanks for saving the best for last.
No, really, Kelly. I would have been so alone without you so much.
You're not alone. In fact, I don't think that we're alone right now.
What do you mean?
Remember that guy that's been following you around?
I haven't seen him for days.
Yeah, you said he was wearing an unusual kind of sport jacket. Can you describe it?
What's the only thing I can describe?
Let me describe it for you. It's kind of loud, brown and white check.
Kelly, that's it exactly.
Shh, don't look. So we're at the bar right now, and he's paying his check.
Well, good, then he's leaving. Where are you going?
Say hello to your chef.
No, Kelly, wait, don't.
Excuse me. I'll talk to you for a moment.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'd like to ask you a question. The question is, I'd like to know why you've been following my friend, Miss Bryson, around.
Look, mister, I don't know you, Miss Bryson. And I'm not following anyone around.
Listen, If you're anxious to meet her, I'd be glad to arrange an introduction.
No. I'm too shy.
Does a mouthwash have to taste medicine?
No, I didn't put the ad in the paper for my secretary. It was the employment agency that did it.
But it wasn't too difficult to tell who the prospective employer was. The ad read something like, a chance to work in the exciting world of television journalism with prominent newscasters.
Well, that could have been you, Nancy. You did such a good job during Nicole's illness.
That's right, and I'm warning you, if Geraldine Saxon has her way, you're going to be right back in front of the camera.
Oh, well, no, I don't think so. It was fine helping you out while you were ill, but I don't know as far as a regular thing.
Well, I know how busy you are, but maybe you should consider getting yourself a secretary, too.
Assuming you could find one as good as Nora Fulton.
Right, she is good, Mike. Well, she has absolutely no broadcast experience, but she's bright and she's willing.
And nosy. I know. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. I don't like to talk behind people's backs, but in this case, what is it that you think that she's too inquisitive?
After all, Nicole is a reporter. Being nosy could be a good quality.
Not in this case, it isn't. She is always looking at everything in this room. I mean, poking around the shelves and picking up scraps of paper.
Goodman, there's nothing wrong with that. The books are meant to be looked at, and it's natural for people to pick up scraps of paper.
No, but see, there is nothing casual about it with Nora. I know I shouldn't have said anything. I'm speaking out of turn.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I will just stick with what I'm good at and not be analyzing people anymore. What was that all about?
I'm afraid it's a case of old-fashioned jealousy. Well, you see, I work here at home a lot, and naturally Nora's here too, and...
And sometimes their duties overlap a bit?
Yes, exactly. And as you know, Mrs. Goodman likes to reign supreme.
Nicole, do you really know this Nora Fulton?
Well, yes, I know her as well as you can know any new employee. So I'm sure she's going to be just fine. She's a bit tense now, but that's not surprising.
I'm curious to meet her.
Oh, you will, I'm sure. I hope Miles remembers to call. Look, why don't we go inside? It's getting awfully chilly out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me anything about all this. You gave me no idea how many tests I was going to have to be put through.
Well, I didn't give you an exact count because I didn't know myself. You know us doctors. Sometimes we get carried away. One test may inspire another.
Well, that's fine for guinea pigs. Not for me, thank you. Haven't you noticed lately? I'm a human being.
Scout's honor. They were all human tests.
Well, you'd never know it. Have you seen some of the machinery they have downstairs? Great big giant steel monsters right out of Star Wars. I thought they were going to eat me alive.
Come on, they're really wonderful devices. Fantastic diagnostic tools.
Dr. Kavanaugh, I told you that I was in a play that goes into preview 2 weeks from today. Now, if I don't get back to rehearsal, they'll find somebody else.
I promise you, you give us 1 day more, 2 at the most, and we will turn you loose on an unsuspecting public.
Do you know what I hate the most? Nobody tells me anything. I get poked and prodded and practically devoured by machines, and nobody gives me one word about what they're looking for.
Well, sometimes when people don't talk, it means they don't have anything to say.
And what do you have to say, Doctor? Don't you have anything to say?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm here instead of back home eating Boston cream pie. I came down here especially to ask you, actually to beg you, just to be patient with us. You know, that's where the word comes from, patient.
Well, if nobody else will tell me what they're looking for, maybe you will.
Well, I've already told you it could be 100.
You ordered the diagnostic tests. Now, you must know what they will or won't prove. You decided something about me the first 10 minutes that you met me, and I want to know what it is.
I decided that you were much too beautiful a woman to be sick.
That's the most evasive answer I think I've ever heard in my life. It's probably the nicest.
So nice being back in my own bed.
Well, I thought you liked the bed in New York.
Well, I like any bed when you're in it. You hated New York, didn't you?
Well, it was not my most successful business trip, that's for sure.
You're disappointed that you didn't find a dancer.
No. I guess my hopes were too high. I mean, even if I could have found the star, someone I could have used, you just can't superimpose a dancer on a company like that. It takes time.
I guess so.
The only
replace Jody with Martine was because Martine knew Gavin's dances. She knew his style, choreography.
You know, I was really surprised at how talented that kid was.
Well,
But anyway, I thought...
recognition at last.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Okay, baby, I'll let you go to sleep. I'll turn off the lights.
What do you think they were talking about? Do you think Martine could be sick?
I don't know. I don't know, but maybe we shouldn't be listening.
We had to. We have to find out what time they go to sleep.
Why? Oh, don't you tell me you're thinking of going down in that bedroom while they're there.
We still have to get the watch.
We can't do it now. Not when they're in that room.
If I go quickly and quietly, it'll be fine.
It's impossible to do. We're lucky if we get out of this house in one piece.
It's a risk I've got to take, Jody. Just got to. Sounds pretty quiet down there.
Doesn't mean they're asleep. Just quiet.
You heard what Raven said. She was very tired.
Maybe they're reading in bed.
No, Sky turned out the light. I heard him say so.
You know, I thought I was having a nightmare before, but this is ridiculous.
Jody, I swear I will be in and out of that room in 5 seconds. I know exactly where the dressing table is. I have a picture of it in my mind. I will creep across that carpet, get my hands on that watch, if you are exactly right about where it is.
Well, it shouldn't be there unless Sky moved it.
There's no reason why it would have. Jody, I won't take any chances, I promise. If the watch is not there, if they're trying to get out of bed, I will split.
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
I'll be back as soon as I can. With the watch.
Raven, honey, I've been looking all over the place. I can't seem to find...